nor can I get the attention that I need. Instead, the things that happen to me are allowed to happen by the city of Lansing. Is every vehicle that I'm targeting, it's not because I'm picking and choosing to target a vehicle because out of the ordinary, or I'm targeting an individual. I'm targeting, what I do is I go and I park at a spot that I locate, not pre-planned, nor is it ever said out loud. And I go and I turn my location off to my phones. And when I turn my location off to my phones and to my devices, and anything that has a location trace on it, I go and I park in a place that's discreet and usually out of the way, sometimes right out in the open. But I do this because other people are parked elsewhere and they're taking license plate numbers just like I am. And we want to see how many people actually follow me. We want to see how many cars are repeat cars and how many are just new cars. And if they're new cars, they're blacklisted, meaning that we don't have no interest in them. If we see them the first time, there's no suspicion whatsoever. But if I see you the second time or the third time, then suspicion starts arising. Is why you're following me when you didn't before. And those are not coincidence. Those are things that happen because of the places that I park or the places I go aren't places that people just go every single day. So therefore, for what I'm trying to say and what I'm asking is that some humane person that sees this video not call the city officials, not call the department of Lansing Police Department or anybody else. Come and ask me. And come and ask my best friend Diane or the two investigators that we have. They'll give you testimony, show you documentation of the proof and all the above that I'm saying. Lansing will absolutely do nothing for me. Now, if I look tired, I am. If I look like I'm discombobulated, maybe I am, but you know what? My mind's in the right place. But my heart's not, nor is my soul. This is very hard for me. I'm having to relocate out of the state of Michigan because I cannot get the help. I cannot get the help from the people that I'm asking the help from. And not only this, but now, people, just the other day, a vehicle stopped in front of me. And when the vehicle stopped in front of me, the passenger, I thought it was very unusual for the passenger door and the back seat to be open. They passed me in a very big hurry. And then the back seat was open on the passenger side. And they slowed down right in front of me to where I was parked at my mother's house. And then the tip of a gun showed. And right there and then I knew that I'm a target to be assassinated, killed, or whatever. When I say assassinated, not that I'm an important person, but when somebody's planning on taking your life, that's called an assassination, no matter who you are. When a person's planning and premeditating to take your life, that is what is happening to me. I'm being threatened by Haitians, Nigerians, Mexicans, whites, blacks, all the above. I'm not targeting a certain individual group or race. I'm not biased nor racist. I'm not biased against a sexuality, their gender, or who they are, what they believe in. But what I am biased and pissed off about is that the city of Lansing, Michigan would do nothing. Absolutely not a damn thing for me. I've gone to the senator's office the first time I got somewhere. And I've talked to Christopher Pertel Jr.'s assistant. Not once, but twice, supposedly. And being that you're hacked and all the above, are you a paranoid person when you think about who you're talking to or who you're really talking to? Absolutely you are. Because the fact being is this. Hacked means that everything on your phone or computer is compromised. So if somebody calls you over the phone and you know that you're being hacked 100%, especially when you got an IT guy who says, yeah, you're being hacked, and you can prove it, and you know it, what do I have to hide? Do you think I would continue to post these videos if I had something to hide, if I was not worthy of the truth? Instead of the city making me look like some kind of damn fool, that I'm paranoid or hallucinative or I'm mentally ill? Well, the fact is that the state and the city is mentally ill. And they're hiding a lot. And I've made some comments about certain city officials, and I've said some things that are probably out of the unordinary, but you know what? Right now, I am out of the unordinary because of the help that I'm not receiving. And because of the lack of participation in an investigation that would be so easy that it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what is happening to me if you're any kind of an individual. My family has been informed. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And that sad thing about it is they think that I have no rights whatsoever. And when I say this, I'm talking about the people that are hacking me, the people that are doing this to me. Because of the fact being is, number one, how do they hear me? How do they know what I'm saying, and how do they know my next move? Because when I talk out loud, that's exactly what it is. There's some kind of attachment attached to my truck or any device that I have that's electronic. And it's very easily done. It doesn't take a developer with a master skill to develop an app like that. All you got to do is follow directions on YouTube. You can do just about anything. The thing about it is, what I'm trying to say is that the city or the officials and the state officials that I've reached out to are doing nothing for me. And my life is going to end shortly and abruptly. And I'm tired because they're interacting with every email that I send. As fast as I send it, they're stopping in it and they're editing it. As fast as I make a phone call, they're turning off my audio service. They're turning it all off. As fast as I go on the internet every single day and I can post pictures, show you the evidence that they are stopping my internet service, they are stopping my website service, they are stopping my data service. And this is not authorized through Verizon. It's because they have access. Cybercrime is one of the biggest, not one of the biggest, it's the biggest crime right now in the United States of America. Terrorists use it. Organizations use it. People that want to win elections use it. People that want to win certain things use it. Hacking apps that are invented to get the better use of misuse. The only thing I'm misusing right now is my time, because I'm so discombobulated and so upset that I cannot get the help that I need from the city, from the state. And if I sound like a broken record, that's because I'm a broken soul right now. I'm so broken inside that I can't get a damn thing done. I can't take care of my mother who's very ill right now, and I can't take care of her the way I want to take care of her. I can't work the way I want to take care of her, work the way I want to work. I'm being humiliated. I'm being laughed at. Every one of my sites, my Twitter site, my Instagram site, my social sites, which I do very rarely, social media. And because if I uploaded the social media or downloaded it to my phones or to my computer or whatsoever, or my notebook, it's because of the fact is that I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out a message to the city or public somewhere other than the city I live in. That's including state, village, township, or any of the above. United States of America, I don't care where this ends up. I'm looking for help. I am no way in any kind of a hackathon like they say that I am. I'm not. Hackathons, you don't need a license. Hackathons are for hackers. I'm not a hacker, and I don't have that kind of history. As a matter of fact, I do not have fraudulent history at all, except bad check writing. Other than that, I do not have any kind of history of fraudulent activities whatsoever. I'm asking that someone come to my aid, because my life is nothing to the city of Lansing. And it's embarrassing that I have to make these videos as an individual. It's embarrassing that I have to sit here in front of the state capitol to make this video, or I have to park in front of the police department to get attention, or I get a phone call back from the governor, or the mayor's office, or the senator's office, or the internal affairs, or the chief of police, or Captain Robert Balk, or anyone, the chief operations manager for the city of Lansing. Is I've sent emails, I've copied, I've recorded, and now when I say recorded, audio recorded, every conversation with every single police officer or police agency that I've contacted, including the Federal Bureau of Investigations. And when I talked to the Federal Bureau of Investigations, when I had to go that far because the state police wouldn't help me and the city wouldn't help me, it's very embarrassing to me to have to continue to do this. It's very embarrassing to me to have to continue to ask for help. If someone doesn't believe me, and if I did something wrong, it doesn't get handled the way it's getting handled right now. There's all kinds of people on my Snapchat or on my Instagram. I don't use Snapchat very often. And on my contacts that I would not have or I do not associate with these kind of people or that younger people. I'm being hacked and I'm being set up in the city and the state that I live in. This is not a lie. If you have doubts of what I'm saying, all you got to do is come and ask me. Don't ask an official that I don't trust. Ask a person that's asking for help. And then ask the official. But get all the pertinent facts together first before you judge me, or persecute me, or don't help me because of what somebody says in the city or the state. Because the truth is, there's a lot more to the story. The story is so huge. It's very huge. And I'd like to share it with the right individual. I'd like to share it with the right individual because I'm sure that the President of the United States would want to know what is happening in this city. And definitely in this state. When I said that there was a risk to national security, there absolutely is. But nobody wants to sit down and hear that with me. Nobody wants to sit down and hear the truth. Instead, they want to say that I'm a hacker, that I've hacked Google. First and foremost, Google is $1 billion corporation, and they have their own law enforcement. If Google knew that anything that I was a hacker, if Google knew I was a hacker, and I was a risk to national security or a risk to the city or the people that I lived in, where I live in, the community, I damn well guarantee you that Google would not allow this to happen. That they would have intervened a long time ago. Because number one, they wouldn't want anything that they have built destroyed or their reputation destroyed from the time that they built it the first time. And for somebody to jeopardize the apps that they built and the credibility and the things that they have, their work engines, their search engines, their URLs, everything that is attached to Google and the internet. If I was such a hacker, the Federal Bureau of Investigations would have arrested me a long time ago, let me tell you. They sure the hell would have. The truth is, I'm being hacked. And the city and the state police are doing nothing for me. And nor are the surrounding townships or the surrounding cities, including DeWitt, including all the ones that I've reached out to. I may not have reached out to DeWitt, but I guarantee you that I got documentation. I'm turning around because I'm going to grab just a few things. This is a list right here. This is a list of names, sites, numbers, passwords of every site, everything that is compromised, hacked, or any of the above. All right here. Every license plate number I got documented, every wanted fugitive, every facial recognition, their name is here. Their name is right here. Every license plate number and every corrupt cop of the city of Lansing and what they're doing to me, I have their information as well. All you got to do is come and ask me. And it's not going to be by phone call at this point. Because they do the same thing to me every single time I call. Well, can you tell me who these people are? What part of hack don't you understand? Hacked means that everything you do and everything you say on any device that has been hacked is compromised. So if you're trying to keep a national security incident, if that were true and correct, or if you're trying to prosecute someone because of the facts that are pertinent that you know, and the proof and the evidence and the research that you've done and background search proves it just as well as documentation and testimony from others, that you're 100% sure before you falsely accuse anyone, well, that is true and correct. So therefore, the documentation, this is just a small part of it. I got boxes and boxes and boxes of recorded documentation. But the thing is, the city's going to continue to hack. The city's going to continue not to protect me, to protect their own asses. They close down the streets illegally. And they surround every location that I'm at. And I'm not saying this out of disparity. I'm not saying this out of incombobulation. I'm not saying this out of desperation. I'm not saying this out of mental insaneness. I'm not saying this out of needing help right now. I do need help right now. But I'm saying this because it's the truth. And the city cops are nowhere around. And they're planning to kill me. And the city's going to let them do it. As well as the state. They're planning to kill me. So I'm asking that someone from the United States of America, the U.S. government, intervene and come to my aid and ask me what I know. Do a satellite picture. I'm asking you, please. Do satellite aerials. You guys do it all the time. NASA can do it. CIA can do it. The federal government can do it. Do satellite aerials and take pictures. Take pictures of the city of Lansing. Take pictures of Andrew L. Garza. My phone number, 517-242-9028. Take pictures. Record my conversations. Do all the above. Give me some credibility before you discredit me. And the other fact is that I'm being humiliated because I visited this site called Grindr. And it's a site that is proven for people to get hacked or all the above. But that's not the whole case. And that's not the whole story. If you look up the research on Grindr on the site, whether you're bisexual, queer, fag, or whatever, what people are calling me, if I was, or aren't, it's none of their damn business in the first place. And number two, if they're on that site, they have no reason to be hacking anyone. And number three is, if you look up the history of that site, many of people have been tortured and suffered at the hands of others because the police officers would do nothing to help them because of their sexual gender or because of who they are. I'm not looking for attention, and this isn't about money. The money I could give a damn about. It's not about the money anymore. And it never was. It's about my life and my sincerity as a human being and my being a United States American citizen. I'm not worried about being deported. I'm not worried about any charges being pressed against me or on me. Because let me tell you, as long as this has been going on, I would have been arrested or mentally been incapacitated a long time ago. And I haven't. And every time that I have been evaluated, amongst the papers I have, this isn't it, but I have plenty of certificates to show you that I'm mentally sane. I've never denied not using that I've never used drugs or whatsoever. That's not my quarrel. I'll agree to that. But never, if you look on my record, and my true record, have I ever been incapacitated, mentally put in a hospital, or have I ever had a crime because of any drug whatsoever? Or have I been taken to the hospital because of hallucinating or mental unwell-being? I've been mentally fit my whole life. My kids, all three of my daughters, and both of my sons will tell you that as well. And they're all 21 and above and have kids of their own. And they will tell you the history of their father. I'm a hard-working individual, a citizen of this state all my life. And I'm being mischaracterized, and I'm being misjudged, and my identity has been stolen. And I'm being mischaracterized as Andrew Garza all over Facebook nationwide. And people need to hear me, because I'm being accused of sending pictures to kids that I'm not doing. I'm being accused and trying to be set up by the city of Lansing and the state of Michigan to cover their asses. CYA, cover your ass. And that's exactly what they're doing. When a man or person reaches out to 911 and they ask for help, no matter whether they're mentally fit, mentally wrong, or just maybe not all there, they deserve an investigation. When I have bullet holes on pictures, I have the slugs, I have the hardware, I have the slugs, and I have the shell casings. What more do you want? I have the pictures of the holes in the wall, the windows, the doors being kicked in, and not one fucking police officer will come to my aid. What more do you want from any city official that carries a firearm or a gun, that's been sworn to uphold, protect, and to serve the community that they live and they serve, to do so with honor, dignity, and respect? Let me interpret what I just said. When you take and are sworn into oath into a position as a police officer, a prosecuting attorney, a lawyer, a judge, city council, any of the above, mayor's office, they are expected to take that seat and to serve the public, not to ridicule, and to lie and deceit and steal and not to protect. Whether a man is wrong or right and they've been accused falsely or unjustly or justly, because of their history does not give them the right to ignore a cry of help. And when I say help, I'm not scared to die. I'm ready, as a matter of fact, because the fact being that I'm so uncomfortable and so unhappy with my life because of what I'm going through, that I'd probably be at peace. But just hear me one more time when I say this. I've made peace within myself. And at this point, I don't owe forgiveness to no one. And I don't owe an apology to no one. Not for what the hell I'm going through. And if you don't believe me, just come and ask me. Because my kids too will tell you that I have been open with them and told them what's going on. And it's not fair to them to worry about their father, or for me to worry about the suffering that my kids are going to endure because their father's life was taken, or I die of a heart attack or stroke. I've made mistakes in my life, but none to the sort of which I am going through and deserve to be judged, prosecuted, and sentenced by the city and the people that live in the city that I live in. It's not their doing to do so. So therefore, I'm asking that the United States government intervene with Andrew L. Garza in the city of Lansing, the state of Michigan, as of today, October 29th. I'm going to post this video on Snapchat, on Twitter, on YouTube, over and over and over again until I get someone's attention. And if I get killed in the process, and if I am not available to talk to after doing so, or if the video never reaches or gets posted, it's because my life has been taken. Because I'm determined to do what's right. And I'm going to stand up for the next guy. Whether they're bisexual, whether their gender is male or female, if they're being bullied or hacked. I'm willing to take a stand for those that don't have the guts to stand on their own 2 feet, or too scared to reach out and ask for help in a situation as dire as this one. I'm willing to die for every single one of you. To make a point nationwide. Because this story deserves national attention. As I'm tired of being humiliated by the people that walk in front of me. They laugh at me. They point at me. They do all the above. And it's not funny. Ingham County Sheriff is they're a humiliation to even wear the uniform they wear. And so is Lansing Police Department. And so is the state police. So if I end up, and I'm going to tell you what we have on video, is we have certain officers surrounding my house, and cars, and patrols, and them acting with the neighbors and everything else as I did something wrong. And that they plan on killing me or shooting me. So I'm asking to come to my aid and to come and help me. Because this city is out of control. And I'm going to post this every single day. So this recording will be up, this recorded video will be uploaded to YouTube. And it's going to be sent to every single person I can reach out to. And I don't give a fuck who says what anymore. Because that's what they're trying to claim, is that I'm crazy. I'm recording a video right now that's going to be uploaded to YouTube. And they make a joke that I say that I'm the owner of YouTube. Or the owner of Google. Really? Now that's a little fucked up, isn't it? That's the excuses they're making of why they're doing this to me. That I think I'm the owner of this. I'm not the owner of nothing but the copyrights of my YouTube channel. And I'm asking for the help. Please, take me seriously or answer to my children. My name is Andrew Lee Garza, born on 1/15/1971. My email address, which you probably won't be able to get through, is andrewleeg47@gmail.com. My telephone number is 517-242-9028. My primary address is 1342 Lansing Avenue, Lansing, Michigan, 48915. My secondary address and where my office is, and my best friend Diane, is 1319 Massachusetts Avenue, Lansing, Michigan, 48906. I would give you a secondary telephone number, but you know the thing about it is I've had 6 lines all at once and not one person can get through. This is serious, and this is huge, and I'm ready to prove anytime somebody wants to listen and hear the unjust things that the city and state government are doing in the state I live in.